Hello and welcome to the United Stand. I'm joined with a guest tonight, Lazy Amarati, who is on YouTube. I really like his stuff. Very, very passionate after the games, and we're going to be talking about Paul Pogba, a little bit about Anthony Martial, but mainly Paul Pogba. This has been around today that Jose Mourinho is tired of Paul Pogba. He's fed up of Paul Pogba. He's thinking about moving him on in the summer. Obviously, we had that Mino Raiola agent offering him out to Man City. Whether that was true or not. Not happy with Pogba at the weekend, like a lot of us weren't. Gary Neville's come out today and said that Mourinho needs to sell 3 or 4 players who've got a bad attitude. I'll go to you first and just get what do you think about Paul Pogba at the moment? Do you think Jose Mourinho is right to be looking to sell him? Would that bother you? Do you think he should keep him?
Actually, I'll give you a straight, honest answer. It's not about like everyone will be criticizing me for saying my honest answer. So look, it's a good decision what he's doing to sell Pogba because he's never been an important player. Maybe in the whole season, this season, I've seen Pogba doing 3-4 games well, but other all games he's struggling. He's too slow. He's giant, but he just doesn't want to use that giant body against the players. He loses the ball. He ignores it. He doesn't want to do anything. He just pretends on his teammates. His teammates trying to help to get the ball back. He's shouting for the ball. Like, I don't see him, actually, he is a United player at all. Even the first time when I heard that Pogba signed for Manchester United, I saw bad image in my mind. Like, he's going to wear a United shirt and he's going to perform in United. I saw, like, no, this isn't a good idea, actually. I wasn't happy because I just felt like he isn't a Manchester United style player. People used to say Pogba, in Juve he used to be like, wow, brilliant player. But don't forget, he had world-class players, Arturo Vidal and also Pirlo. Pirlo, Arturo Vidal, they used to carry Pogba a lot. We know Pogba scored beautiful goals, few goals. But the media, what they did, they just uplifted his name like, oh, Pogba, look what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he did whatever he did. But it doesn't mean if you come back to United again, it means you're going to be that same player. You don't have enough good players in United. Let's be honest. Like, we're struggling, even though we are second place. I don't see us like deserve to be in the second place. I'm kind of shocked that we are actually in the second. If we are second place at the moment, then what's happening with Premier League? Premier League is kind of a weak league, I can say, because like Manchester City, okay, we understand they dominated, they deserved whatever they did, but when you look at our position and the way we play, the boring style football we play, defensive all the time, how on earth we are second place? Pogba never been that big player for me. I don't know why everyone is lifting his name. He made some deadly passes, okay, but why they don't want to count how many bad passes he did in the game, how many times he lost the ball, how many chances he wasted shooting far away from the goal? Like, I can't imagine him being a professional football player, actually. I don't see him anything special about him.
You know what? It's great to have you on, and one of the reasons I wanted you on is because you're going to have a different opinion to me, and some people say that a lot of people come on and say the same sort of things. I like Pogba. Manchester City, second half, played very, very well. Arsenal, very, very well. But already I know when I'm saying that, there's not many examples, and Pogba, for me, he needs to do what De Bruyne does for Man City, what Salah does for Liverpool every single week. But do you not feel that in relation to Pogba, I've said that since Sanchez came, that has ruined Pogba because Pogba can't go into the space because Sanchez goes in it. And do you not think that Jose Mourinho bought him? He's already sold Mkhitaryan. If he sells Pogba as well, he's sold 2 players that he bought within 2 years. Do you not think it reflects bad on Mourinho with Pogba? Because he bought him anyway. Has he used him correctly?
Look, whatever I say about Pogba and Sanchez's relationship, I hear a lot of rumors that he's not like comfortable to play with Sanchez at the same moment and like that together close to each other position. For me, it doesn't matter. If you are a professional football player, the amount of money you get every week, you need to fight for no matter what. You never find excuse to complain like, oh, he's the reason, oh, this guy's the reason I'm not playing well. If you're a real true footballer, you will perform no matter what. The amount of money you get in, you have to do your work. If you're not doing enough like salary and like that, okay, we will understand, like you trying at least, but don't come up with excuses or Sanchez or whatever. Before Sanchez arrives, Pogba still was struggling. He still used to struggle in big games, in small games even. So I don't see any excuse there. Like, that's a nonsense excuse, Sanchez or whatever. Sanchez is not doing well too. I'm not happy with Sanchez, but still, I'll give him one more season, which is the upcoming next season. Pogba, 2 seasons, didn't say anything special. Sir Alex, he was right to take him out of the club. He said, you're not good enough. I was like, he was kind of decent, but okay, maybe he knows him well because he's the trainer. And actually, yeah, I agree with Sir Alex, actually. Pogba isn't a special player for United.
There's a few people in the live comments who've said that as well about Sir Alex Ferguson. He was clearly right about Pogba, well, whether he's clearly right or not. I mean, one thing I would go back to that I said at the start of the season, Jesse Lingard and Paul Pogba really irritate me with their dancing and this, that and the other. And I think that's good if you are performing on the pitch, but Pogba, the hairstyles, the constant Instagram posts, dancing, the dabbing. I always said, I wonder what Jose Mourinho thinks about that. That could well be another thing that irritates Mourinho, that he's not getting the ability on the pitch. But in relation to Jose Mourinho, what are your thoughts on Mourinho? Because there's a lot of United fans who are tired of Mourinho, like Mourinho apparently is tired of Pogba. There's a lot of fans who are fed up with Mourinho. You've said you'll give Alexis Sanchez another year, but Pogba can go in the summer as far as you're concerned. How long do you want to give Mourinho? Are you a big fan of Mourinho? How long do you think you give him?
No, I've never been a big fan of Mourinho, to be honest. Even when he signed United. Look, Pogba and Mourinho, both of them, I was really disappointed and shocked when I saw them. They joined Man United. I was like, this is not getting anywhere. Like, I know he won us the league, the European League. I was like, okay, we got a trophy that we never had. Thank you, Mourinho, but still, I don't really enjoy Mourinho-style football. Manchester United isn't a defensive football team. They're supposed to attack and win. Sir Alex used to fight with the referees to add more time in the stoppage time so he can win. You know, he was fighting for a win. He never played for a draw. He wanted to score at least 2 goals to flip the score and win. Mourinho, he's playing defensive. Okay, I'll play for a draw. I'll keep 1 point. It's good enough. This isn't a team that deserves 1 point match. We deserve to win every single game. That's the point of the team. Manchester United is supposed to be a winner team, not playing for a draw. So Mourinho, look, Mourinho has a lot of excuses. All the time comes out with excuse on something. He never says, okay, it was my bad. I did wrong substitution, wrong formation, whatever. He never wants to admit. Just be straight and honest. For me, I believe Sir Alex, from his heart, he doesn't like Mourinho, and he's feeling pain. I feel bad. The team he built, after him, everything went upside down. It hurts. I can understand. If I was his place, I'll be like, what am I doing with my life after, like, retiring, you know? I feel bad every time the camera, on, like, from the TV, I see Sir Alex watching the match, sitting in the stands. I feel the pain, but he's trying to not show that out.
I said that the other day. I think you're right. Sir Alex Ferguson, we always see him. I think he must have watched nearly every game since he retired 5 years ago. And knowing that he probably could have won the title 4 years out of those 5, it must be so painful to see the club that he built really so far away from a title. And I agree with what you said about second place. I mean, Jose, every press conference speaks about second place. But I think most Manchester United fans are like, yeah, we are second place. But it's a massive gap between second and first. I mean, second makes it sound like you're close, but we're not close, are we? The summer's coming up. You've said that if Pogba goes, he goes. I mean, Martial, Herrera, what players do you think should go this summer, and what players do you think should come in? Because you mentioned Italy and Pogba. A lot of people talking about Milankovic-Savic. I watch a lot of Italian football. I do like it, but there is always a risk with Italian football and English football that Italian football is a little bit slower, and then it won't necessarily come here and be good. I mean, look at Pogba, brilliant in Italy, but you know, he had good midfielders with him, but it is slightly slower as well.
Look, the players I would like to leave from United this summer, I'll give you name by name. Pogba, obviously. Under Herrera, I don't like him because he dives a lot, he complains a lot, he never focuses on the ball. Every time someone pushes him shoulder to shoulder, it's not a foul. Play on referee's whistle. Even if you know it's a clear foul, The referee didn't whistle. Continue, fight for the ball. Don't lose it. Then we concede a goal. Then you go argue with the referee. He won't cancel the goal and say, okay, take the free kick just because you argue back with me. Anyways, Herrera, I don't see anything about him. Even he's playing defensive football all the time. Like he's playing back passes. The moment when we need to attack, he just slows down the tempo. So Pogba under Herrera. Luke Shaw, he needs to go because I don't see any future in United. Dele Blind, nothing special about Dele Blind. Darmian, I don't see anything. Lindelof, I don't see anything special about Lindelof. I have no idea how on earth he's a United player. Sorry to say this, but that's how I say about Lindelof. Who I would like to get, actually, the main thing about United, we need to fix our midfield. Defense, okay, we having good defenders. Sometimes, like, defense is good sometimes. Not always, but sometimes we like play good defensive football. Ashley Young is amazing, what I can say. In big games, he shines. Smalling, sometimes, yeah, in big games he shines, he fails. It happens, I understand that. Bailey is good. I know he scored own goal against Liverpool. That's not a big deal. At the end, he was performing well football. Who else? Antonio Valencia, no comment. He's a brilliant player. Nothing negative about him.
What about
Midfield,
Fellaini? What about Fellaini?
I like Fellaini. I know you will be like, wait, how can you like Fellaini? Like, he doesn't do anything. When I look at Fellaini, I see he's passionate for the team. He fights for the team. He does few mistakes, but when he performs well, no one wants to see that good performance from him. Sometimes when he comes in from sub, he does things that Pogba didn't do in the half season. Like, he does so many, like, magical moments that you feel like, wait, Fellaini actually can do that? Why he doesn't do that always? But he can build something. Europa League, FA Cup. Fellaini helped us a lot, if you think. If you see the moment what Fellaini did in FA Cup, in big games and Europa League, he was helping us a lot. He scored, he assisted, he did so many important things. So Fellaini was big part of Man United. But fans, they just trolling him like, oh, he looks funny. He's doing this small mistakes. Let's just find a joke about him. Okay, but Pogba, no. Pogba is hairstyle, you know, like he has this swag, whatever, you know, like let's just keep him on the good, positive side. No, Fellaini, for me, I like him because he's passionate. He fights for the team. He wants to win. But Pogba, I don't see anything. He plays for his name. Sanchez came in. He's like, okay, Sanchez is getting big money. I need to get the bigger money than him. So you're playing for money for yourself or you play for the team? Why are you talking about money? The money you're getting, you don't deserve even quarter of that money. So
I do think that's a good point, though. I mean, I'll only bring it, just jump in there because I want to respect what you've got to say, and I'm grateful that you've come on the show. But I do think about Sanchez. I think the money thing. Me and you probably disagree with the fact that somebody comes in and they earn a lot of money, and that disrupts the dressing room because you should be bothered about Manchester United. But I do think that potentially is a problem for people like Pogba and others who new player comes in into the team in January. He's on a lot more than everybody else. I think it's a little bit probably human nature, especially in the football world where it is all about money, that this newbie comes in, he's on a lot more money. And I think that has probably caused a little bit of dressing room unrest. And you mentioned the name Pogba there as well. He's the big star, but he knows that Alexis Sanchez is on more money than him. And, maybe that is an issue as well.
Look, I feel Manchester United is not a club to be called Manchester United. It's more like a commercial United at the moment. It's all about commercial, business and business. Enough. We don't care about your commercials, your business, your sponsors, your whatever. We fans need to win. We need to win. We need to enjoy watching football, not the ads, commercials like, oh, we have Chevrolet commercial, or we're doing pranks, we're doing this, dancing. Who cares about that? And fans getting excited. Look, share this video. He's dancing. He's doing this. Those fans has nothing to do with the team. They just follow their idol. If you support your team, you don't want to have time for those things. You need to watch the game, understand that we need to win these games. We need trophies. Man United is a club for trophies. I have no idea, fans these days. You can say tourists. They're just tourists. They just go Old Trafford. They don't know what they're doing. They just sit there just to take selfie like, oh, I visited a famous football club. Okay, what's the name of the stadium? We don't know. Oh, okay, thank you. Come again, Like, you just don't understand what is happening with the fans these days. Everyone, especially underage, 15-year-old, like fans and below, sorry for some normal fans, they're just coming and barking and keep on like criticizing and like they don't have knowledge about football and they didn't know anything about Man United's history. They just following the recent years United, and that's it. They believe that's how United is. United is average team at the moment. I don't see anything special about United. I see we are average team after Sir Alex.
I mean, I watched your video to the reaction to the Man City result, and obviously we're very, very happy. West Brom, not so happy. I mean, I have to disagree. I mean, the United stand is built on, you know, everybody is welcome and every opinion is welcome, and it doesn't matter where you're from. And I know some people feel that there is a tourist element at United. And I mean, last time I went there, you know, there were a lot of people taking selfies during the game, which I don't understand. But you know, they're part of the United family as far as I'm concerned. That's what makes United great. But we do, I agree, we do have to be a little bit careful about the swingometer, I call it. If after the Man City game everybody's happy, after the West Brom game everybody's, you know, sack Mourinho. I personally am Mourinho in. He doesn't make me very happy about some of the things he does, but I am Mourinho in because I think the constant change is a bad thing. But we are in a difficult time at the moment, but I think, I said it in the international break, it's all about Spurs for me. It was all about Man City and Spurs with the two big tests. City, we win. We lose to West Brom, which is unacceptable. But realistically, nobody, in my opinion, should be saying Mourinho out or Pogba, sell Pogba or anything like that until we've done this Spurs game. Because if we beat Spurs, we're in FA Cup final. We are still second place. I agree with what you say that we're not where we should be, and I've said that a lot. But I just think this summer, which is why I asked the question, is absolutely massive. I would keep Pogba. I think with the right, I can just see him going elsewhere and doing really well. I mean, brilliant, absolutely brilliant to get someone like yourself on and have different opinions, because just going through some of those names just to give you a little bit back, because I can see people in the live comments saying, oh, you know, I don't disagree with that, I disagree with that, but some people really do agree with you. Ashley Young, I think, is the worst left back I've ever seen play for United, can't defend. Fellaini, I think he's an atrocious footballer, I really, really do. Herrera, I really like Herrera. Lindelof, I think, can be a really good centre-back for Manchester United. But this is the brilliant thing about fan opinion, is that you do get different opinions. And this is why we do the United stand, because everybody's got an opinion. And you're very passionate about your opinion. So, you know, people in the live comments who are saying, oh, I totally disagree with it. Well, you know... Yeah,
I don't mind. Like, they can comment
you are making your point. Gary Neville did say that he can see a real big clash between Manchester United and Man City next season, because... The way that Pep's won their title this year is just massively unprecedented and great football, and it's humiliating for Manchester United, and he expects Mourinho to respond. In a year's time, I think Jose Mourinho is going to stay here for another year. Where do you think Manchester United will be in a year's time, and how do you think we'll look as a team?
Look, I'll be straight about this one. In my view, if Mourinho performs the same football style next season, the way we perform this season, I don't see us being top 4 next season. If he performed the same football, the way we play this season, if next season the same football, I believe Liverpool, even Chelsea will fly above us. We will be sinking down. We need to change a lot in the team. We need to bring like world-class midfielders. The main thing we need, main players we're looking for midfielders. If we got good attacking midfielders, then we can carry like Lukaku, Rashford. If Martial stays, we need like someone who takes the ball, like Isco, for example, Madrid, Modric. They get the ball, they just go forward. You know, they never slow down the game. They play back pass. Every game I see, David De Gea gets the most balls all the time. Defenders, midfielders get the ball, pass to De Gea. Leave the goalkeeper himself to be in his goal. Give him some rest. Don't stress the goalkeeper. Let him be calm. Just find someone to attack. Is it Mourinho who's telling them to play back to goalkeeper? Is it Mourinho who's telling them keep the ball in the defense? Don't get further. I have no idea what is happening. Like, I just watch Man United. I'm like, is this the Manchester United I used to watch back in Sir Alex days? I don't say anything. Like, we're just going down. We're not rising, actually.
I mean, I'll ask the question straight, because I just saw somebody in the live comments say, if you were Ed Woodward or the Glazers in charge of Manchester United now, would you sack Mourinho, and who would you be bringing in if you did?
I'll bring Ancelotti.
And you would sack Mourinho now? Would you give him another year, or would you sack him?
It would be kind of difficult, but I see like so many good players from United gonna leave this season. This summer they're gonna leave, because the attitude with the coach. Like I feel like the players' relationship with the coach is not good. Like I don't see anything positive between them. So I feel like the players not satisfied. Everyone wants to leave the club because of Mourinho. So Mourinho doesn't motivate the players, like gives them like hope. I feel like he just talks all the time himself. He just doesn't give the passion to the players enough. He just screams and finds excuses. So the players losing interest. They don't have that interest to play for the club anymore. So look, Martial, not interested. Rashford, he might leave. I know, like he's one of our best players. Lukaku, he will stay. I know because he's giving him time to play. I know. Lukaku, I didn't like him at the beginning. Look, he scored goals. I know. But if you looked at those goals, most of his goals, all the hard work comes from other players. Lukaku was just standing in the box waiting for tap in. Even easy chances he missed. I felt like I don't need this kind of striker. I need striker who works hard, gets the ball, and plays with the team and tries to score. That's the way I need to see a striker. Slowly he changed. He became like a good striker which controls the game also, dribbles. Okay, wow, his pace is good. Oh, okay, that's another thing. He plays teamwork. Wow, that's another thing. So Lukaku changed. But Mourinho was the one who's controlling Lukaku that way, like stay in that spot, don't move. Or Lukaku just didn't care about the team that much, just waiting for the ball. He was lazy. But suddenly he changed. He started like really running left, right. He's sweating and sweating. But the beginning days, like he just didn't care. He's like, oh, I'm Lukaku. I get big salary. My name is big now. I play in a big team. I'll do whatever I want. This is the problem with the players. Paul Scholes, I respect whatever Paul Scholes says. A lot of people, they will say, oh, Paul Scholes, just be quiet, stay on the side. No, I don't see anything wrong about Paul Scholes. Everything he says, I agree.
What do you think about you mentioned Martial and Rashford there? What do you think about the Martial and Rashford situation? Do you think it's right that they're not playing, or do you think you mentioned they'll probably leave?
Yeah, it's good for them if they leave. I will respect their opinion. If they want to leave, leave. Go build a future for yourself. What are you going to do in the bench? You're a top world-class player. You sit in the bench. You're wasting big moments of your life. You can win things. You can raise your name. But you sit in the bench and people forgetting that you're in this team. Martial, how many big games? He's not even like preparing for the game. He's just sitting on the bench. It hurts. Seeing Martial, it hurts. I know sometimes he doesn't perform well, sometimes. But when he ignites, it's a different story in the match. But Mourinho just doesn't care. I don't know, something bad happened outside of the field, something negative argument happened between them that he's just doing that to Martial. I have no idea. I'm telling you, players' relationships like with Mourinho is down.
With Martial, it could be that he's Van Gaal signing. With Rashford, it could be that Van Gaal found him, and there's no, whatever happens for Mourinho, he won't get the credit for them because they're not his. But I just feel about. I do feel with Mourinho as much as I think he can turn this around, and I do believe in him. I've followed Mourinho. I remember Mourinho from the Sir Alex Ferguson days, running up with the Porto. He really wound me up when he ran down the touchline going like that. And even at Chelsea, he always had passion on the touchline. I've never seen that passion at Manchester United. It's like Manchester. A lot of people go on about him living in a hotel. Yeah, maybe that's not ideal, but he wants to stay in London. But I do feel with Mourinho, and I think this is the reason we're not doing as well as we could do. It's a job, not a passion. And I don't know whether Mourinho's fell out of love with football. He's a great manager, but he's just going through the motions. It's a job now. It's not a passion. He never, even against Chelsea, when we played Chelsea, he'd had that argument a month before with Conte, and we thought, oh, it's going to go off on the touchline. Mourinho's there joking with him on the touchline, shaking his hand.
Yeah.
Pep's really passionate a couple of weeks ago at the Etihad. Mourinho's there to shake his hand. The old Mourinho of passion just seems the fire seems to have gone out, and I think maybe the Chelsea thing with the female coach or the sacking, it just seems to be a job to him now, not a passion. I don't know whether you think that's fair.
That's what I'm telling you. The money changes personality. How much money he gets? 15 million a year for a coach. You know how much money it is. It's like dream. So he will do whatever he wants because he knows at the end the money will come. He doesn't care anymore about the game. He just doesn't like against Sevilla. What was that? Losing 2-1. Oh my God! In Old Trafford, it's just I don't know the way I reacted. Even the video I recorded. it got blocked worldwide from what's the name, UEFA. The second goal, I didn't post the second goal reaction because it was too much. I reacted really negative that I felt that I don't want to put this reaction in the YouTube. Some kids might feel disturbed. You know, I was like acting bad. I don't want to explain everything how I reacted, but everyone was like, we need the second goal reaction. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. It was too much. I broke things. I threw things. Even my neighbor came out and he's like, everything okay? I disrespected him. I felt really bad of myself, bad personality. Told him to please F off, like, you know. So
this is what I'm like when Fellaini plays, you know, so I understand.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah. For me, Pogba, when he performs, when I see him in the formation, I'm like, there you go again. But you saw against Sevilla, especially those passes, the way he was giving away. I'm like, oh, just take him out for bloody sake. Like, come on. Like, you see what he's doing. We're losing. It's a big game. Lukaku was the most passionate player, I can say. He was the most passionate player. David De Gea, I feel sorry. Look, if big United players, they leave United, I'll shake their hand. I'll say, you deserve it. You don't deserve this club. Not like Woodward doesn't care. Mourinho doesn't care. No one cares. So leave the club, get trophies, win trophies. Go any club. You can somehow win trophy. You can do something. In United, I don't say anything special anymore. I lost hope for United, but still, I have to watch every game because my heart is stuck with United. Like, my heart doesn't allow United to leave from it. You know, like, that's how it is. When you love a team, you cannot ignore it because of something, you know? You have to follow it all your life.
There's an interesting comment here from Nightmare TV. He said, I haven't seen this, but he says, have you seen Martial's cousin's tweet saying it's impossible for Martial to progress under Mourinho and there's too many examples to prove it? Well, it is a worry. I mean, we've just been talking about that, about Martial, and I do agree with that point. I don't want Martial to go, but if he knows he's got another season on the bench, then if he did go, it's a bit like if De Gea goes. I don't want them to go. They are the sort of players United should have. But if they're forced out because of the way things are going, you can't really complain about that. But I've really enjoyed. Definitely get you on again. Really enjoyed it. The brilliant thing for me, and I think the thing that the live comments have enjoyed, is that totally different opinions on things, which doesn't always happen. And you know, that's one thing we've always said about the United Stand, that all opinions are welcome and all opinions will be listened to, and people will know from watching that I can't stand Fellaini, but you've come on there and said that you like him, and I'm not gonna, when we've got a guest on the show, I'm not gonna go mad about that because it is your opinion, and that's what football's all about. So I'm really grateful for you for coming on, and we'd love to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Well, whenever you have time to interview again, like I'll be up to it. Like when I have free time, I'll give you like my free time in, and you can contact, and we can have another discussion about the upcoming days for United, whatever happens, especially like FA Cup semi-final, if we qualify even, and etc. So
definitely brilliant. Everybody who's watching live or not live, I just want to say as well, we did a Manchester United versus Bournemouth preview at lunchtime. If you've not seen that, do give it a watch. First 7 minutes, I barely took any breath. Really did have a little bit of a rant about a few things, so do give that a watch. And also tonight on our Patreon page, we've got our very first Manchester United quiz. The link in the video description is for that. It's $2 a month to join the Manchester United Stand Patreon group, but it's a bit like an exclusive members club. $2 a month, and you get loads and loads of extra content. We've got Thursday night Q&A, but tonight at 8:30, although we'll be a little bit late, be straight after this. I'm going to go over there, link in the video description for it, and it's our little bit of quiz night, so you could win big on the first ever United Stand quiz. But thanks everyone for watching. Please do drop a like on the video. I've really enjoyed having somebody on with totally different opinions to mine, and I think the live comments have enjoyed it as well. I know you haven't all agreed with it, but you don't all agree with me either. So, and I know a lot of people did agree with some of the things that I said as well. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's why we had the idea to do it, because I knew we were going to get some very different opinions. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to Lazy Emirati as well. You can find him on YouTube as well, I must just say. Do watch some of his stuff. Really good, especially the match reactions. And we'll definitely get him on again, I'm sure. So thanks everyone for watching. Remember, tomorrow as well, it's the Bournemouth game, so we'll have the usual stuff for that. Cheers everyone. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.